Going on, y'all, man? It's your man Jeff, Philly Freck 215.
What's going on, y'all? It's Carl, man. Pastor Carl Day, greatest pastor and sports podcast in the world.
Episode 5, man.
Definitely,
Back
man.
again.
Episode 5, man. We back at it. We're going to discuss OTAs, and we're going to talk about our preseason predictions for, the regular NFL awards, man. Everything from MVP to defensive
rookie. And,
all of the above. All of the above. Yeah, so we're here to cover, some ground on the Cowboys, Eagles, on the, these OTAs, these workouts, what to look forward to. Probably even talk a little bit about what we expect to happen throughout training camp, man. But yeah, man, thank y'all for the support, man. We definitely
see the numbers
popping up in more states, man. It's growing. More listeners, man, hitting, thousands of people hitting, man, checking it out. So we appreciate y'all.
Most definitely.
Definitely thank y'all, man. So just appreciate the support, y'all. Listen, look forward to the season, though, man. Seriously, as we start to really get some actual football, right? Things are really going to turn up for us, man. We definitely going to have a lot more to bring y'all way. It is a slower time of the year, but, it's still good to always talk football 24/7, man, because
absolutely. Greatest sport in the world, man.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. See, me and Jeff agree on that. So, yeah, man, we definitely want to bring it to y'all, man. So we're going to kick this episode off, man. Jeff, I don't know, man. Share with us, man. What's going on with the Eagles, man, with OTAs? What's happening, man? What's your thoughts? How do you feel going into training camp? What do you think's going to happen?
Started off, today we gave Peters the extension. He said he wanted to retire in the Eagle. I think that was a good move to keep him around because, like I said, a good left tackle. I mean, until he showed me he can't play no more, there's no reason to get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wanted to talk about money and getting rid of him, but I mean, that's a important position on the field, especially if you got a young quarterback.
Extreme.
Make sure his blind side is protected. So, like I said, till he show he can't do it no more, man. Let him play as long as he want. So I think that was a good move by Howie. You know what I mean, keeping him happy and all that. But like I said, OTAs. Story's been out. Some players struggling, but like I think sometimes it's more so like the reporters trying to get a reaction out of the fans. Because if you will look, like some reporters, call it like they see it. Some do a little extra. Like it'll be the same play, and it'll be like 4 different reporters. You'll have, Wentz, badly thrown ball. Other reporter be like, oh no, good ball by Wentz. Hit Ertz for the touchdown, and it was overthrown, and it was this and that. So it's like it's hard. Like for me personally, like I'd rather, they got like 2 open practices coming up in training camp. So I'd rather see that in some preseason games before I start to panic about, Carson Wentz struggling and all that. So, but I've been hearing good things about Rasul Douglas, the corner of West Virginia. I heard he's been making a lot of breaking plays on the ball in 7-on-7s, which is, it's really a passing camp anyway. So for a corner to stand out, I think it's pretty decent. It's a good sign. We're hearing good things about Barnett, because I'm more so like trying to see how the rookies come in and get acclimated, to the NFL and to the system, the scheme, and all that. You know what I mean? Because some of the vets, maybe not be going full speed, so you don't know. They may be waiting until the pass come on. But, I've been hearing good things about all the rookies, majority of the rookies. And even Nelson Aguilar, they've been saying, been having a good camp, catching a lot of balls, running good routes and all that. So, like I said, I still think he can be a productive receiver. Maybe not here because I think it's all mental with him. I think maybe he need like a fresh start somewhere else.
Scenery.
Yeah, but I still think he could be a productive receiver in the league. But, I think there's so much going on here with him mentally. But, but hearing a lot of good things about him, though, Nelson Aguilar. Jordan Matthews been sitting out with some knee tendonitis, so they said it's precautionary, but I don't know, what the severity of it is. I don't know. People are saying they're trying to trade him possibly. They don't.
So they're preserving him.
Yeah, okay. So there's a lot of stuff up in the air, a lot of speculation, but we really don't know for sure because, like I said, one day, Doug Peterson, no, we're not interested in Jerry Maclin. Report come out, we was so. Like you really don't know what's going on right now this time of year. A lot of games being played, with the NFL, with teams and stuff. So you don't know. But like I said, I was just looking at the rookies, trying to hear what the rookies was doing in OTA, see how they was getting ready. But like I said, Barnett, been hearing good things about him. Lane Johnson was talking about him, saying, he's going to be a good player. He got good bend, when he rushed the passer. But like he said, it's going to be different when the pass come on. So. Really, just waiting for the training camp to start. But hearing some good things, though, about the team and OTAs, though. I'm not too worried, not too concerned, me personally. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, like I said, just waiting for the pads to come on.
I definitely agree with you though, man. Just on a few things. As far as the writer's concerned, you know what I mean? It's like those certain writers that like, you know, you either like they're like the negative Nancy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's always a negative spin no matter what.
Right.
You know, and then you have some guys sometimes are too positive. You know what I'm saying? Like they got those rose colored glasses that they look through, and it's just like everything's just man, and all they see is all they see is the glass half full no matter what. But then it's like, so that's why you got to appreciate those guys that bring that balance. That's not overly critical, but that's also not overly optimistic, where it's like, yo, you know what? They're a straight shooter.
Yep.
They're not afraid to just be honest. Because then we also got to keep in mind, too, that some of those other writers, man, like they feel like if they say something the wrong way, then they may not get access to players and access to, you know, inside that locker room in certain ways. So, you know, you just got to appreciate the people that's honest, you know what I'm saying? And not the ones that's saying things just for shock value. Because they have a whole fan base full of people that just want to be negative anyway and just carry the energy. But, yeah, so I definitely agree with you with that, man. And also even in relation to Jason Peters, like I would correlate that to how the Cowboys are dealing with Jason Witten. You know, like they give him an extension. Old guy that just continues to show he can continue to get open somehow, some way, keep getting it done. And just great for the locker room, too. You know what I mean? So I definitely agree with you on those things, man. And I also agree with you with as far as trying to see the rookies. You know,
that's what it's all about.
You know, I will say this: I'm not too big on really caring about, you know what I'm saying, the reports of how a veteran looks right now at the OTAs. You know, oh, this guy wasn't really clean, or this guy dropped a few passes, and, you know, blah, blah, blah. If these guys have been proven that they can do this in the league, I don't really care about, you know, these voluntary workouts and even the mandatory ones too. You know what I'm saying? Like that stuff that, okay, he just hasn't gotten in his full stride yet. He'll be fine. But I do care definitely about how the rookies look. And I've heard quite a few things. And the Cowboys got a really, really interesting dynamic this year. There are two things to me that really, really intrigues me more than actually even just hearing the rookies. Because for one, I hear Chidobe Awuzie looks good, man, playing for the Cowboys at corner, man. They just say the dude has his nose in the middle of everything, man. Des Bryant also spoke highly of all the young corners, you know, Awuzie and also Jordan. But I will say one of the things that I'm really, really interested in seeing, man, and watching right now is, one, Jalen Smith. And I'm just glad to see him out there. You know what I'm saying? He's partaking in practice, moving, cutting, doing what he needs to do. They say the guy's getting stronger at every single, you know, he's getting stronger every week, man. You know what I'm saying? The feelings, all that kind of stuff is in his foot. He's moving the foot around a bit more. And they said, you know, the nerves regenerating and everything else. So it really can only get better unless it just completely stops. So shout out to Jalen Smith, man, and dude is like focused. So like I'm amped to really see him because he's a beast, period. You know what I'm saying? You just talk about instincts, attitude, and everything else. Like, you know what I mean? Just this guy's gonna be an animal, man, especially, you know, as he continues to get stronger. So I'm excited about that. You know, especially if he returns fully healthy and everything else. Also, one of the best dynamics here is that during the voluntary workouts, basically everybody showed up. You know what I mean? Zeke had the first 2 days he was missing because of the whole car accident situation, and they held him out precautionary reasons. But basically everybody showed up throughout those workouts. And one of the reasons why I say it's a big deal for the Cowboys is because last year, let's keep in mind, Dak Prescott was battling Jamil Showers for playing time during the OTA. So Dak didn't get full reps and everything else. And this is another thing where people sit there and be like, yo, Dak going to have to face people that having the book out on him and everything else. Let's keep in mind that this guy never really, really fully got full reps until darn near the end of preseason. You know what I'm saying? And even then, Des Bryant still got hurt early in the year. So it's important that they get those reps, that they continue to build that continuity going into the year, that confidence that this team really has. So you got guys like Charles Tapper who's returning too. So I'm, you know, just anxious and interested in seeing his progression as well. Actually heard Jason Witten talking about DeMarcus Lawrence, talking about that he was actually in pretty good shape and that he's focused this year. So that's good too, because Lord knows he just definitely needs to come to camp in shape and needs to be doing what he needs to do and staying away from supplements or whatever it is that he's, dealing with. I'm interested in definitely, and the great thing is Tyron Smith also was talking about Taco Charlton and talking about how impressive he was. Also talking about how he looks forward to mentoring him the same way DeMarcus Ware mentored Tyron Smith. So it's always great, man, when you see young rookies get to come in and they get experience against some of the best. Des Bryant is working against these rookie cornerbacks, talking his talk, and he's out there treating it like it's a game because that's the passion that he brings to the field anyway. So, Orlando Scandrick talking about how excited he is, and he's healthy finally. So it's good to see the vets being excited about something that's voluntary the same way the rookies are, coming in there and they're showing up. So I think that it sends a good message to the rookies that, like, these guys are vets, these guys are Pro Bowlers, and they take their game serious. And it's also setting the tone for them. And then you see the vets like Des Bryant and guys say that this is the best team they ever been on, period. You know what I'm saying? And you see guys like Dak Prescott, who is still showing up, working twice as hard, and not treating the game like he's already arrived. So I'm anxious to see, like I said, I'm anxious to see him get more reps in. Recently, they just mentioned Cole Beasley has a hamstring situation that's been bothering him, but he played through it last year, actually, and was still killing guys. But, so it says he's going to be sitting down for a little second, but he's not worried, nothing to stress over. I believe Cole Beasley. But I'll say, like I said, man, I think that I'm anxious to see them get in camp, too, and put them pads on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
All about.
I'm definitely anxious to see them put those pads on, man, and get to work. Also anxious to see, when they're going to drop that money on Zach Martin, because, they got money freed up now because of Romo's retirement and whatnot. Yeah, so they about to lock him up, too. I'm anxious to see what kind of deal they're going to give Zach Martin. It got to be one of the highest paid.
Probably similar with the Bull Simile got last year, Oakland.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Zeitler got paid, too.
Yeah.
Where did he go? To Cleveland, right?
Cleveland,
Yeah, he went to Cleveland. He got paid, too. So, but I know they got the 5th-year option on him, but he definitely will get paid, too. I'm anxious and interested, though, and I'll say this about training camp, because I'm not a Jeff Heath fan. There's a lot of Cowboys fans that are Jeff Heath fans because, I don't know, the few times that he actually got to get in, he's made plays, whatever, for the last 2 years, spot duty. I still don't see him as a full-time starter. Very open and honest about that. My man Xavier Woods, who I was supremely high on coming into the draft anyway, Cowboys happen to draft him. I think by the time training camp's said and done, Xavier Woods takes the job. If Jeff Heath is starting, I think he's starting because just of, time and a reputation. But I still think Woods would take that job early in the year because that's the confidence I have in Xavier Woods.
Okay.
So that's my thoughts, man, on OTAs, man. I'm just anxious to see training camp start, man.
Yeah, when the pads start hitting and
there you go.
Start playing football.
The scrimmages start against the other teams, too, before the preseason start, man.
Yep.
And again, like, I'm excited, though, because that secondary the Cowboys really retooled the secondary, and I think they really added some talented pieces, man. Even with White from Florida State. But I think that, what's going to happen this year is you're going to have young, hungry guys who may even feel like they may be better than some of the vets and feel like that they can take those jobs. So, so I'm anxious to see, how I'm anxious to see that dynamic. And I think that the Cowboys, one thing they always preach is competition. You know what I'm saying? That's why Garrett and those guys, even with Romo, you know what I'm saying? Romo was Romo, and they was just like, nah, Dak's going to continue to start here. Even they paid Cedric Thornton and Terrell McClain couldn't get off the field because they was like, no, this guy's playing good. We're not going to play, favorites here or nothing. You know what I mean? Malik Collins was playing great ball, over 5.5 sacks as a rookie from the DT spot. So they was just like, Thornton, you're going to sit this one on the bench. You'll be the rotational guy. Like, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, again, I think the cornerback position, man, is going to be one, interesting position for us to watch. And I'm also anxious to see Lyle Collins as well playing the right tackle position because he's excited, and he said he's not really too worried about who he faces this year because, he's played tackle before. So that's my view. That's my take on these OTAs, man.
Yeah, so we're going to get into some of these predictions, what you want to do first? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we can start with the big one, I guess. We can start with MVP.
Okay.
So the way we're going to do this, y'all, is check this out. We're going to talk about the MVP. We're going to talk about each award, and please, it's very early, y'all. So, don't go overboard or don't kill us, you know what I'm saying, for our MVP prediction not going the right way because we do know injuries happen and everything else. So we're saying barring injuries and whatnot. It's crazy you got to give disclaimers, but folks will go ahead and tweet you about something you said. before the preseason even started.
Yep.
But so these are the things that we just got to put out there. You know what I'm saying? But based off of how we feel about the trajectory of particular teams and what they're doing and what they've done and where we think they're going to end up. This is why we're making these predictions. Mm-hmm. So don't sit here and hit us up and say, "Oh, you think what's the name is better than what's the name?" Right. And it's like, no, that's not what we're saying. Right. We're simply stating that this is who we think is going to have a great season, and we're going to break down why we think they might win win that actual award. Mm-hmm. That's that. All right. I made it simple enough for him, Jeff.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, man.
All right. So MVP and I'm sorry. We're going to give you who we believe will win the award, and we also going to give you the top 3 candidates that we feel like are going to be in the running for that. Yep. All right, and who we chose to be that particular winner out of that bracket. Mm-hmm. So, Jeff, who you got MVP, man?
MVP, my 3 candidates, man. I got Derek Carr. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Derek Carr is one. My MVP is all quarterbacks, man, because it's really like a quarterback league anyway. Mm-hmm. So, another option, Matt Ryan. But I got Tom Brady as my MVP this year. Reason why, Brandon Cooks. They add another element, the deep threat to that game. Like, it's just talking about New England, man. It's just crazy. You already got Edelman killing it underneath.
Just got paid.
Hogan stepped up last year. They just find guys and just put them in there. But you get a talented guy like Brandon Cooks and add him with Tom Brady. You got
Gronk coming back.
Gronk coming back. You got Allen, the tight end they got from
the Colts,
Indianapolis. That nobody's saying it now, but when December come, January come, you're gonna be like, damn, they got him for that. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. Also the what's my man, the running back they got from what's the running back they got from Cincy?
Burkhead.
Burkhead.
Yeah,
add him to the offense. It's just like he got legit weapons. Not that he need legit weapons, but he got them now. I just think we're going to see 2007 Tom Brady, MVP form. Like, I just think he's going to come out because I don't know how he just stayed motivated, man. It's just crazy. He didn't got everything in the world, but he just still motivated to just show you, like, no, I'm still going to keep going and going and going. But, yeah, I think he's going to be the MVP. But, like I said, Derek Carr as well, I think he's going to take that next step to become an elite quarterback this year because he was really an MVP candidate last year, but he, got hurt. And that kind of derailed Oakland in the playoffs, because I think if he was there, they possibly could have made an AFC Championship game if he was healthy. Mm-hmm. But like another year with Cooper, great offensive line. They got beast mode. We got to see what he got left, but I still think he's going to add a little element to the run game. You got Crabtree, Cooper, like I said, good O-line. Another year under his belt. I think he's going to take that next step into the elite status. Matt Ryan, coming back. He got something to prove too. That Super Bowl loss.
Angry bird.
what I'm saying? Julio not going nowhere. They got Gabriel. They got the dual running backs. So I think it's just a good situation he's going to be in again as well. They got the new stadium opening up down there.
So do you think they still run Shanahan's offense pretty much?
They probably put some wrinkles in there, but I think they're going to do what Matt Ryan is comfortable. I wouldn't change it too much,
Right.
Barton, seeing the results they had last year. So, you'd be a fool to try to drastically change what they was doing.
Yeah, he found his groove. He should virtually know that offense now and know what to do, right?
Yeah, he found his groove last year. But, yeah, man, that's my 3 MVP candidates. But I got Tom taking it home because, man, Tom Brady. So, who your candidates, man, for MVP?
Well, I gotta agree with you, man. The winner for my MVP is definitely Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But I got like Dak and Zeke behind them. It's like no.
Hey, man, listen.
But I will say this. Because they both actually was in the talks last year. But I got for my 3 candidates though for MVP. I got Brady there. I do got Ezekiel Elliott. I got him being the wild card, basically being a running back, and like you said, it is a quarterback position, so that's it's a quarterback award. Honestly, they always give it to quarterbacks.
Yeah.
But I do have Zeke as a candidate for it, and I'll get into that in a second why. But also, I want to say, and I was on the fence. I was like back and forth. But I got Aaron Rodgers. I got Aaron Rodgers there. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a great year. He started a little slow early in the year. But I think this year, man, he's going to come out totally different. Also seeking redemption. Yeah, they got slapped around. Yeah, they got slapped around. And I was on the fence because I almost said Derek Carr too. because I do like what Derek Carr has gotten around him, and I think he's going to have a chip on the shoulder too because he got hurt towards the end of that year. So I really feel like he definitely want to fight his way back and just kind of pick up where he left off. I think that's how he feels. But again, the magnificence of Brady and Rodgers, I just think, man, those guys are going to come out, man, firing. You know, I really think they're going to come out firing. Also, I feel like Rodgers really feel like, you know, his division he can take that division again. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they start off the right way. You know, because they clicked at the end of the year. Whatever it was, he just turned his light on. And the whole league was afraid of him. You know what I mean? So that's just the player he is. And another person also popped up in my mind was Andrew Luck. But anyway, so now I got Rodgers there because Rodgers is Rodgers, and I think Rodgers is going to start back off on the right foot and do what he's supposed to do. Period. Not to mention I got Brady for the obvious reasons in which you stated. You add Brandon Cook in the mix. They're killing you underneath. He got a guy that can fly past you on defense. Not to mention the fact that Gronkowski's coming back. And like you said, how does he stay motivated? It's like, yo, I really think that this guy really is one of those rare athletes that we'll see with that Michael Jordan mentality. Like, I want to be the best, but I also just want to be so much of the best that it's not even debatable. Right. I want to crush people because I think that that's his mindset. He want to play until he's in his 40s. Like Brady is possessed. He goes out there and he's like, yo, I'm going to dominate and humiliate people. And I really think the Pats might go 15-1 this year. Like, literally. I like, and I think the one loss, it just might be like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what happens then. You know what I'm saying? Like, Belichick decided to just tell them to take it easy. I don't know what happens. But I can't say that because nobody's perfect. So I just don't want to say they're going to go undefeated because then everybody's going to put me on record for that. But I really think they might go like 15-1 this year. And I think that they're going to be just bombing teams, man, because like you said, the offensive talent around him, man, is just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And Tom Brady's a wizard, man. I mean, you got Belichick's system and scheme, but at the same time, they, like you said, they really added weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that they're ready to do something special because when you ever see them just flush money like that, they spent it on Cooks. They spent it on Gilmore on defense. You know what I mean? Broke Coney Ely over there. Like, you know, they went and got Dwayne Allen over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really Burkhead.
Still
got
Malcolm Butler there, too.
Still got right. So it's just like, yo, I really think that they're gearing up to win again, and they just kind of want to spit in the league's face. Like, this isn't enough. And I think Gronk is going to come back with something to prove. So, yeah, Brady. But also Zeke, man, I got Zeke up there because I'm telling you right now, Zeke is going to have over 2,000 all-purpose yards plus probably, I would say, in the realm of 20 touchdowns. And I think that the Cowboys are really going to go ahead and have another good year. A lot of people last year felt like Zeke really could have gotten the Rookie of the Year award, but they gave it to Dak. I mean, because of course we know the quarterback, right? Quarterback is the position. To most people, they believe the position of quarterback is definitely more critical. Is the most critical position on the field. And Dak, don't get me wrong, had a great year, but I mean Zeke was killing it too. But I think that this year, man, you hear Zeke talking about it. He's like, yo, there's plays that I still left yards on that field, man, and not to mention Dallas wanting to use him on third down, and I feel like Dallas actually going to kind of really want to give him more carries because he's proven, man, like you just never really seen Zeke in games where you was like, yo, he's tired. Like, and and the crazy thing is he says stuff like this, yo, I go out, I initiate the contact because I know that later on they're not going to want to hit me later on. And it's like, it's proven. That's why you see him hurdle guys because cornerbacks just start chopping at the ankles, hoping they can catch him at the ankles because they don't want to hit no more. So he is like, he's crazy. But, yeah, I definitely, like I said, I got him in that MVP in those MVP talks, man, because people mentioned it last year, so I don't think it's crazy. But those are my top three. Okay. Offensive Player of the Year.
Offensive Player of the Year, man. Okay, so I'm gonna go with who did I have down here? I don't have to top of my head. Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I'm gonna go with I got David Johnson, Offensive Player of the Year, because like you said, like similar to what you said about Zeke, you know. I think his numbers are going to be crazy because the way they just utilize him in that offense. You know, Bruce Arians, you know, top 5 coach in the league, you know, period. But I just think he's going to get the most out of him. And I think Bruce Arians want to try to make that last run, you know, with Carlson Palmer, you know, because he's getting up there in age with Fitzgerald and et cetera. So I think they're going to just ride their horse, I think, this year. And I think he's really going to get used. But, yeah, I got David Johnson winning it. But guys I had in the conversation was Zeke as well And I had Julio Jones in the conversation as well too, because you know he's just unguardable out there.
A good group.
Yeah. But I just think, you know, I go with David Johnson. Like I said, just because, you know, Zeke, he has, you know, Dez, you got Beasley. He has other things around him. David Johnson, I mean, he does have things around him too, but I don't know about how the quarterback situation going to play out. But I know Bruce Arians going to make it his duty to get him the ball, especially when they're in the red zone, because he's just a touchdown machine. But I think all around, I think he's going to be the best running back slightly, you know, ahead of Zeke and Bell this year, and I think his numbers is going to back it up. But I got him taking the title, but like Zeke and Julio was right there. Like you could flip a coin, to be honest. But I'm going to go with David Johnson over the player of the year. That's what I would do. Yeah.
That ain't bad at all.
You know.
That ain't a bad group, bro. Offensive player of the year, see, and I had Zeke in my MVP talks, which will lead me to, I think Zeke will win offensive player of the year. I think that, you know, he'll have a great year. I think that also the Cowboys will have a good season again, you know what I'm saying, which the wins will justify putting him in MVP talks. But, of course, like you said, most of the time that goes to the quarterback.
Yep.
But I do think that this year, I think Zeke will come out, like I said, with over 2,000 all-purpose yards easily. Easily, to be honest with you, because you're talking – I mean, the Cowboys, and he even thinks that he can possibly go for 2K. I think he'll probably finish just shy of it maybe because – last year he had 1,630 yards and he set out a game. You know, not to mention it was times where they like literally like just kind of went opposite ways, and he didn't play third downs most of the year. They had Lance Dunbar out there a lot of times. So you know, yeah, you're looking over 2,000 yards easily for him total yards. Plus, like I said, I really got him in the realm of 20 plus touchdowns. So I got Zeke there. I also got Andrew Luck up there.
Okay.
I think he'll be a yards machine, and I also got Drew Brees there too.
Yeah,
I think Luck and Brees. I think Luck is definitely coming back, man, to really show that he really, really deserves to be mentioned up there with those quarterbacks. But MVP wise, I'm not sure how many wins they'll actually get. Right? Tough now. Yeah, that division is definitely tough. So that's what keeps me out of MVP talks, because it's just like. They might end up 8-8, you know what I'm saying, just because that division's getting so much better.
Right.
And the Jags even improved secondary, so you got to see them twice, and their secondary is just like Houston. Tough. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and you got absolutely Houston. So, I mean, they're the favorite in that division to me. But, you know, but I definitely got Luck and I got Brees. I think Brees is going to have a fabulous year. I mean, he's always having a great season, period. But not to mention with Adrian Peterson, man, coming in, if he can stay healthy, and Alvin Kamara there, and Mark Ingram. I think, you know, having that balance of run game. And Michael Thomas from the Ohio State University. You know, yeah, man. So it's just like, I think that Brees is going to do his thing too. So yeah, those three was like my offensive player of the year. I actually thought about Le'Veon and DJ as well, man. Because I think that those guys are going to have fantastic years. Le'Veon is going to have a fantastic year as well. Contract year, right. He definitely, but it's always the injury risk with him, right, that scares me. So, but I think those other two quarterbacks, man, are going to play fantastic too. They may have the stats, the gaudy stats, but I'm just still on the fence with them with the wins, which kept them out of MVP talks. Right. So, defensive player of the year, who do you got?
I broke this down. I got two guys right now I'm looking at. I got Marcus Peters. And I got J.J. Watt.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Marcus Peters.
I think he going, like I said with Carr, like another young guy is going to take that next step. Like, you know, he came out his rookie year with the 8 picks, but, you know, he was getting burnt a little bit here and there. Last year he cleaned that up, was more locked down, but still was getting the picks. I think this year he's just another year with that in that defense. Bob Sutton, the defensive coordinator. And like I said, got Eric Berry behind him, got the pass rush in front of him. I think he takes that next step, you know, and just arguably the top corner in the league. Maybe, you know, you can make that argument for him, because the kid is just so good, man. He's such a great player. But of course, I got J.J. Watt winning it, man, because he's coming back with a vengeance. You know, not to mention they got Clowney. They already unlocked him a little bit. Got him on the other side. Got Merciless in there. You got Zach Cunningham. You got, you know, my man. What's the corner coming back? The young corner, Kevin Johnson. Joseph, you know, it was like their defense as a whole, but he's the, you know, don't get it twisted. He's the franchise player. He's the guy, man. He's gonna want to come back and show that he's still that guy. So yeah, man, I got JJ taking that home, man.
Man, that's the impressive list. You know what's crazy though, man? I think not necessarily crazy, but I mean, it definitely speaks to the confidence you got in Marcus in the corner, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
I love him.
Game.
I love his game, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm definitely I like Marcus Peters. Like, I definitely love Marcus Peters. I was telling folks that draft time, Cowboys fans was trying to, going with their favorite bloggers and stuff, trying to say, no, he's not that good. He's not worth the baggage because they just didn't think Dallas was drafting him. But I'm like, no, this guy's really like really the best corner in the draft. But anyways, I ain't gonna rub it in. I like being right, so I gotta put that out there. Right, I gotta put that out there sometimes. I told y'all so. But anyways. But shout out to Byron Jones. I love Byron Jones, and I'm glad we got him. But I think that says a lot about your confidence in him, though. I mean, because you pretty much made it a two-man race. I feel like you basically was saying like, yo, this is really J.J. Watt's award, but Marcus Peters deserves to be that mention. Yeah. I like that though, because we looking for three candidates. You said no, it's gonna be a one-man race, but I'm gonna get us one guy, so I can dig it. So check it out. I got Shocker here. My defensive player of the year.
Jalen Mills?
Jalen.
I don't know, man.
I didn't say all preseason team. Listen, I said my defensive player of the year, Vic Beasley. I got Vic Beasley winning defensive player of the year for a multitude of reasons, and I'll get into that. But I got Vic Beasley as a shocker. Of course, I got J.J. Watt there. Got to be respectful. But I also got Luke Kuechly coming back. I think that Luke Kuechly is going to definitely come back. He's going to have a magnificent year, too. So he's going to be in that running, be in that race. I definitely think that he's looking to really reestablish his name, even though nobody really took away from his name. But he wants that defense to have their identity back. Because Carolina, I really think Carolina's will be one of the bounce-back teams next year just because they got so much to prove, although it's going to be a rough way to go because Tampa in Atlanta, right. But I think Carolina's really going to reestablish themselves, and it's going to start with that defense. But J.J. Watt's going to be J.J. Watt. I got to kind of see him really come back full strength and everything else, which kind of had me hesitant. Not to mention also I think that the other pieces around him, some of the guys like Clowney may beat him to the quarterback a couple more times. You know what I'm saying? So that can happen too. But Vic Beasley led the league in sacks last year. You got Takk McKinley on one side. You know what I'm saying? And, I feel like with that being said, Atlanta defense is going to be fast. They play fast, play physical. They're going to be another year improved, you know what I'm saying, playing together with each other. Because I think the defense came up clutch at many times. Not to mention, they're going to be playing with the lead a lot. They're going to be playing with the lead a lot. So I got them from playing with the lead a lot more than Houston. You know what I'm saying? Big leads, too. Not just the lead, but big leads. You know what I'm saying? Like, Atlanta's going to look up, and they're going to be beating teams 24-7. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, 20. No, I'm not saying 24-7 like all the time, but I'm saying they're going to be 24 to 7 points. Right. So, Beasley going to have many times where he could just go ahead, pin his tail back, fly the quarterback.
That's
you know what I'm saying? And, that's his strength. And I think that him, grabbing those 15.5 sacks he had last year, I think he's going to really, really improve on that this year. And you might see him at 20-plus sacks this year. And I think also...
We had 15 last year, right?
15? Like 15.5, right. And I also think that you're going to see a lot of forced fumbles from him, too, man. Like sky's literally the limit for dude. You know what I'm saying? With Grady Jarrett, Takk McKinley, a couple other guys, man, that they got there. You know what I mean? It's just like, again, I got him win the Defensive Player of the Year. So that's my pick there.
I can definitely see that, though, man. Like, he had 15 sacks last year. And it's just playing with the lead, so, more opportunities to rush the quarterback.
More opportunities to hit the quarterback, absolutely.
Yep. That's nothing wrong with that prediction, man.
Yeah, man. So what are you moving on to, Matt? Rookie of the
year? We go offensive rookie of the year. Yeah, my three candidates, man. I got Corey Davis is one. I think he's going to come in and be, I think he can come in and be the number one wide receiver right off the rip because I think his skill set, route running and everything, I think he can come in and be a number one receiver. Like similar to how A.J. Green came in as a rookie and was, I ain't saying he's A.J. Green, but I'm saying a similar situation. He can come in and be that guy right away because his work ethic is crazy. His all-around skills is crazy. So I got Corey Davis, one of my candidates. I got Joe Mixon as another one. I think he's, if it wasn't for that, situation, he definitely would have been a top 15, possibly top 10 pick. If he had a situation going on because he literally could do everything on the football field. And add him in the offense with A.J. Green, John Ross, Tyler Eifert, and a pretty solid offensive line. I think he's going to come in and be the guy from the rip. But I got Deshaun Watson winning Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. I think he's going to come in. If you remember when I said the teams that impressed me in the draft, I gave Houston the credit because I think he's going to come in. I think he's just ready to win, man. Like, And that defense is going to give him every opportunity. And he with Bill O'Brien, he got a good offensive line. And
he's a confident kid. Confident. He's definitely
great wide receivers. And they just really missing a quarterback. And I like his – like he was the most pro-ready quarterback in the draft. And I think he's going to come in and then show and give them that extra step. Maybe they could possibly win another playoff game instead of just winning that wild card round every year like they beat the Bengals every year or whatever it is. But they got Deshaun Watson taking it. Like I said, quarterback is a quarterback kind of, league. But I think he's going to be good enough. I don't think he's going to, like, be the game manager as per se. I think he really going to come out there and throw that pill around, man. I think he is. I think he's going to take that award this year, though. I'm going with Deshaun Watson, man. Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Skill list, man. Yeah. Skill list. So my 3 candidates for Offensive Rookie of the Year, I have Mike Williams.
Okay.
Believe that, him having a veteran there, man, Phillip Rivers, who is another person who will definitely throw up a lot of passing yards. I think that he can have a similar impact that, like, Michael Thomas had. He reminds me a lot of Michael Thomas, coming out of Ohio State. Big guy. Some people question the speed, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But physical, can really catch, you know what I'm saying, and will make the plays. So I think Mike Williams is going to do well in San Diego. Also, I got Leonard Fournette.
Oh, yeah.
In Jacksonville. You know what I mean? And who I think is going to definitely have a impactful year in Jacksonville. I will say this. I'm a little concerned with his style. I'm not sure, because he plays physical.
Right.
And not really, he's more of a one-cut, downhill type of guy, you know what I'm saying, which might have beat a lot of people in college, you know what I mean, but I still think with the wide receiver core that Jacksonville has and whatnot, you know what I mean, that he still can be very successful, and I think they're going to give him every opportunity to
be.
Yeah, right. So I think Fournette is going to have a good year and get a ton of opportunities. But I also say this, I think my Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think Dalvin Cook. I think Dalvin Cook is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think this kid's going to have a chip on his shoulder. Really was a first-round back. Was a first-round guy. And I think that he's going to go to Minnesota. Minnesota's another team that's going to give him every opportunity to succeed there, man. Because those other guys are no good. Jared McKinnon and
Latavius Murray and
Latavius Murray. Yeah, right. He was insurance guy. They didn't know they were going to get Dalvin Cook in the second round.
Right.
So, but I think Dalvin Cook, man, is going to be utilized in the passing game. And he got checked down Sam as his quarterback. So Sam Bradford is going to certainly throw him the rock. You know what I mean? And I think that the kid is really going to play. Now, guys that almost made the cut for me, O.J. Howard, you know what I mean, over there in Tampa. And I also was considering Christian McCaffrey because I think that the Panthers are going to just utilize him in so many ways.
Right.
But again, the 3, man, for me, Mike Williams, Fournette, and I think Dalvin Cook will actually win Offensive Rookie of the Year this year.
Yeah, well, I had him as the best running back, in the draft, before the draft, whatever. So yeah, I could definitely see that as well. Only thing, like I said, like with him and Mixon, I just think Mixon got a better team around him. Got a better team.
No, you're right.
So by say like week 5. Teams can start, all right, we're going to game plan for Dalvin Cook. He's not going to beat us.
Right.
Whereas, like, a dude like Mixon, it'll be like, well, we got to worry about AJ. We got to worry about John Ross. And, like,
that's a good point. That's a point. And they got E for that tight end. So,
right. So, but I can definitely see, though, Dalvin Cook still, doing his thing, like you said, in the pass game as well. So, I mean, screen game as well. They could do that. So, but no, I could definitely see him winning it as well, though.
Yeah.
Fournette, too.
Yeah,
even McCaffrey, like it's just how these teams going to use them,
right? That's
we really don't know right now, but we just, you know what I'm saying. So, but
yeah, I think, like I said, I think Cook has that ability though to make guys miss. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, honestly, the same way I said Fournette, right? I said this, and I'll be honest, but that's why I gave the cons to Fournette's style too, because I think that he can have a very good year because Jacksonville is definitely going to try to use him. You draft him 4th. You know they're going to try to give him 275 to 300 carries this year, period. That's just bottom line. But again, like I said, if it just so happens that my concerns are legit and valid, then he can easily not be that kind of guy either that's going to be game-changing in the NFL. Because these guys, you know what I mean? Like, they're not scared of a 240-pound back. Like, because, like they're used to hitting it on a different level
right,
here.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So and those holes close faster, much faster. So if your vision's not tight, and that's why I'm saying I think Cook really has that ability. But like you said, Mixon, man, was definitely one of my favorite players in the draft, man. And you're absolutely right. He could definitely win this thing, man, because of those weapons in that team. Defensive Rookie of the Year, man. Where you going with it?
I got my 3 candidates, man. I got Takk McKinley. You know, like you said, kind of similar to what you said about Beasley. Gonna be playing with the lead, and teams are gonna be worried about Beasley. So he may get some one-on-one coverage, and from the offensive line, should be able to produce a couple of sacks, at least 8-9 sacks. At least he should be able to. I got Reuben Foster as well. In San Francisco, arguably maybe some people thought was the best, defensive player in the draft.
Got a lot to prove.
A lot to prove. A lot of questions about him and all that. Like, do he care? And there's a lot of dumb stuff was brought up about him that I mean, obviously some of it probably had some legit reasons behind it because he fell so far that we really don't know. The public don't know, but I think he'll have a chip on his shoulder. But, you know what I'm saying, my defensive rookie of the year, man, and it's not a homer pick because I was a fan of this guy before he became an Eagle. But I'm going with Derek Barnett, man. Just like I said, how I said with Mixon, he going to be on a better defensive line. You got Fletcher Cox in the middle. You got Brandon Graham on one side. You got Timmy Jernigan as well. And I think by week 1, I think he will be the starter. Like some people say, Chris Long, Vinny Curry. But I think his talent is going to make him be the starter week 1, man. We'll go with Derek Barnett. Derek Barnett, man.
Blah.
Telling you. Listen.
Yo, now, granted, I like Derek Barnett. I think he's going to be a good player.
Listen, man.
I like Derek Barnett. I think he's going to be a good player. When I say good, doesn't even necessarily mean he may be a high sack guy. I think that he's going to provide great balance on both sides of the football. So, I do respect him for that. But my three guys, for one, first and foremost, man, I'm going to be respectful, and I think you ain't being respectful enough. 3 guys. One of the guys is definitely Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Dude is an animal, and I think that like when he gets to this next level, he's going to just be showing how, he's a man amongst boys. You know what I'm saying? Get a full training camp, workout routine, man, with NFL trainers, just athleticism, power, quickness, speed. And his size is just crazy, and I think he's going to stand out and do his thing. So he's one of the guys that I got in my rankings. Also, secondly, I got my man Malik Hooker. I think Malik Hooker's game is going to translate well in the NFL. Passing league, you're going to see a guy that's probably going to get about 5 to 6 interceptions in his rookie year. I really believe that. I think that, he's going to pay dividends for that. Indianapolis defense. And again, depending on how many games they can win.
Right.
I think because, again, it's tough at the safety position for folks to really pay homage the way they should. But I think that if he can, probably take a few back for a touchdown or 2, he'll definitely get the respect that he deserves. It sucks that he's in a market like Indy where, you know what I'm saying? Because if he was like a giant, doing what he was doing,
right.
But I got him in that top 3. But I'm actually going to give Defensive Rookie of the Year to the guy you mentioned, Takk McKinley, for the very same reasons why you mentioned Takk and the same reasons why you even brought up Barnett. You talk about, again, Grady Jarrett. You look at Vic Beasley, who I got this Defensive Player of the Year this year, and the fact that they're going to have leads. And I like Takk more as a pass rusher. Just with his quickness and his motor off the edge than I really do Barnett at the next level because I think Barnett is a guy that just finds a way to win. But I think Takk, just with his speed, and his size, how he's going to be able to come off and bend off the edge, man. I think, and again, just the fact that his team's going to be ahead. I think Barnett's going to do well. I think he may stop the run better than Takk, but I think Takk's going to get to the quarterback better at the next level. Not saying Barnett can't sack the quarterback. Of course, he had a ton of sacks over there in Tennessee, but
broke Reggie record.
But yeah, like I said, I think Takk McKinley wins Rookie of the Year. Atlanta's going to have a very good year, in my opinion, too. By the way, y'all, if y'all don't realize that or understand that by now, I think Atlanta's going to come back, especially giving up that 28-3. My goodness. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it, man. But those are my three, man. I got Myles Garrett, I got Malik Hooker, and I got Takk McKinley, man, winning it all, defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, can't like I said, I got Takk in my three, so I can't say, oh man, you tripping that he gonna win. So. Yeah, but
and I did have Reuben Foster up there, and I think another guy that's going to surprise some people, bro, that people don't give respect to, and I don't care what people say, but I think Jabril Peppers, man. I think that
just how they're going to use,
how they're going to use him. But
you know what I mean?
but I really think the guy is going to be a guy that you just put on the field, and you watch him, chase ball carriers down, willing to make hits, coming up with making big plays when it count, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's not like you can never have enough guys who are physical, fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you can put in different positions and you know what I'm saying, and have that versatility. And Jabril Peppers has it, man. You know what I mean? Like he played everywhere. You know what I mean? Running back, cornerback, safety, linebacker, and I think that many people use that as a strike against them, but you give them a creative defensive coordinator, and they'll make a monster out of him. You know what I mean? Deion Buchanan was doing that with Arizona. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think he'll be making some plays, man.
Like I said, this is all depending on how Greg Williams gonna, is he gonna blitz him? Is he gonna have him play linebacker, safety?
That's the kind of guy you want, though, calling that defense, because Greg Williams will
do all
that.
Yeah,
he will play aggressive. You're right, and put him everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you'll have to account for him, and he's a guy that's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. I really think he heard people talking, and I think also Jamal Adams too. You got to keep him in.
Of course. It's just, like you said, team success, man. They not
right.
They just gonna be. They might be tanking.
I mean, Bosa won it in San Diego, and they weren't good. So you never know. But he came out, got 12 sacks.
Right, I'm about to say pass rusher a little.
Yeah, almost like 11, 12 sacks, whatever.
Yeah.
But so where we at next?
We can do offense, defense.
Who's coach of the year?
Coach of the year? Top of my head, probably be Belichick again, man. If New England do the things we think they're gonna do, I mean, how can you not give it to that man? I mean, his defense he got two stud corners. Well, Gilmore's a pretty decent corner, but I really like Michael Butler. Got two good man corners. Got your pass rush there. You got Hightower back, and you got a crazy offense. So it's just like, I mean, they may give it to somebody out of spite, but. Like, we don't want him to win it again, but I think Belichick.
Right.
Yeah, I think if they have the success I think they're going to have, man, you can't give it nobody but him.
I agree.
Yeah, because.
I agree. I think definitely Belichick. I mean, unless you have, some coach who ends up coming out there and, you know what I mean, like they have some crazy season,
right?
In spite of a bunch of other conditions or things going on, I definitely think that, Belichick ends up winning that award, man.
Also, you can watch out for Adam Gase, too. I really like him, man. Like, I wanted the Eagles to hire him last year. I think he's going to be a really, really good coach, man. I think what he's going to do in Miami. What he did last year in Miami, got him to the playoffs or whatever. So, I think got Tannehill finally looking like a decent quarterback. Had the running game going, Jai.
Yeah.
Had the offensive line playing well. So, he brought energy to that team. I just want to see what they do now. Vance Joseph left the defense, went to Denver. But I really like him, man. Up and coming coach, man. I really like him. He did it with Tebow. Then he switched it up and did it with Manning. I mean, it's not that hard, but I mean, you won games with Tim Tebow, took him to the playoffs, man.
Right. That goes to show you a coach, man, that really has skill to be able to cater the offense to whoever it is that's running the offense.
Yeah, I really like him, man.
Not just a one system guy. So valid point, really good points. So I guess, man, we can swing and roll with some other things, man. I guess just some positional leaders that we think, man. All right, so quarterbacks. Who leads the league in passing yards, and then who leads the league in passing touchdowns?
Yards.
Quick takes.
I'm gonna go with yards. Breeze, because I mean, pretty much he do it every year, man. They gonna throw the ball, but touchdowns, going with Tom Brady, man.
Touchdown, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
All right, so I got yards. I actually got Luck. Touchdowns. I'm agree with you, man. No, actually, I'm not going to disagree. I think Brady's going to be up there. This is a kicker right here. Touchdowns. I got Ben Roethlisberger. With Martavis Bryant
coming back.
Also they drafted AB. Juju. He got AB. He got AB there. I think Roethlisberger may lead the league in touchdowns this year.
That's possible. I can see that
if he stays, especially if he stays
healthy. Yeah.
But I definitely, and it's, especially with Le'Veon Bell playing every game this year with no suspension or injury. I think that I'm gonna go. I'm gonna spy. I'm gonna flip it up a little, twist it up a little bit. But I think Roethlisberger will lead the league in touchdowns. Running backs, yards, touchdowns. Who you got?
Yards and touchdowns. I'm gonna go with my guy said went offensive player of the year. I'm gonna go with David Johnson. I think he's gonna lead in total touchdowns.
Rushing yards?
Yeah, I think yeah. That's why I got him offensive player of the year. Yeah, I think he's going to just edge Zeke out a little bit.
And rushing yards?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I think he's the best running back in the league, and like I said, he got Arians backing him.
But that's more so because he got a lot of yards past receiving.
Yeah, I think this year I think this year they're going to utilize him more in the run game because I think he's not going to rely on Carson Palmer as much. You know what I mean? So I think he's going to get more rushing attempts this year to be more productive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what
Wow. Wow.
Not by a landslide, but I think I think he's going. Yeah, man.
I mean, Zeke ran for 1,600 last year. You think DJ gonna run for more than 1,600?
I mean, I don't know if Zeke gonna run for 1,600 this year, but I think DJ gonna lead the league, and that, and not to mention add the the other yards as well. I mean, the touchdowns along with it. I think he's gonna lead in both, man. I really do.
Interesting.
I really do.
I actually got. I got Zeke Elliott as far as rushing yards. I think rushing yards, man. I think again, like I said, I think he may finish around 1,900. I really think he's going to improve on last year because he's just a real deal. I've been saying that since he's in Ohio State. No bias, but we watched him destroy the college playoffs when he played Bama, Oregon, and a few others. But anyways, I think he's definitely with the offensive line and everything else. And I just think that he may even get the 2K, but I'm calling it just shy, man. So he had 19 something. But like I said again, man, I think he's going to definitely cover 20 touchdowns this year, with probably about 16 of them on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And maybe 5, 6 in the air. But I definitely said that yards and touchdowns. I got Zeke Elliott, but I actually got Le'Veon Bell running for more yards than David Johnson. I think both of those guys. And I actually think they're both better pure runners as far as on the ground. But David Johnson, of course, factors in with his receiving ability. But yeah, so that's what I got there, man. Wide receivers, man. Who leads the league in yards?
Julio, man.
Julio?
Yeah, because like you said, you mentioned with Roethlisberger having Martavis Bryant back, I think it's going to take away a little bit from Antonio Brown. Julio is just going to be Julio. He's going to be the Matt Ryan. They got that connection. I mean, Sanu is solid. Gabriel is solid, but that passing offense is going to run through Julio Jones, man. Yeah. And touchdowns as well, Julio.
Julio too?
Yeah, I think he.
I got Monkey Wrench. Got to go ahead and do this right now. Yards. I got Odell Beckham.
Yeah, I mean.
Odell Beckham wants to get paid. He has Brandon Marshall out there, who I don't think is really going to hurt his game because even though Brandon Marshall may get looks, but that just means Odell going to get more one-on-one.
Yeah.
I think Odell is going to probably lead the league in yards. I think he's really going to try to tear the league apart this year. And I'm gonna go out on a limb. I think we probably going to see 1,700 yards or so from Odell Beckham in the air.
I mean, that's possible because Eli going to look for him.
Right.
Crazy amount
touchdowns. Since I got Big Ben leading, I'm also going to go at Antonio Brown in touchdowns. You know what I mean? I think it'd be close. I think Julio and him would be neck and neck as far as like touchdowns. Definitely double-digit touchdowns. I'm talking
for both.
Yeah, I'm talking 17 touchdowns or so.
Easily.
But it's just like AB, man. Like, dude, you don't even got to throw the high fade, but it's just like he's unguardable. Like whether it's in space, you know what I mean? Even if it's close.
In the red zone.
Yeah, in the red zone. Right. There's so many different ways to find him. So I got him for being a touchdown king, man, at wide receiver position. But I got Odell for yards this year, man, even though I can't stand those Giants.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, contract year, man. He's trying to get that big deal. So
Yeah. No doubt. Tight ends, man. What you doing?
Tight end, leading the yards, tight ends, man. I'm going with Travis Kelce. I think I think he's going to show up again. I think he's going to back it up, man. I really, really, really like his game. And I think he might be the best tight end in the league, man. You know what I'm saying? All around, factoring health and all that.
And everything else. That ain't bad. That ain't a bad
No, Kelce, man. Not to mention, man, when he get in the end zone, man, his touchdown celebration. Bull hilarious, man.
Yeah, he is, man. And he'll forever be a legend for throwing that flag.
Yeah, dog. Listen, man. He just a cool dude, man. Me and my wife watched his reality show he had when he was on the little dating joint. He just a funny dude, man. Like he good for the league, man. I like Travis Kelce, but yeah, I think he the best tight end overall in the league. But I think he's gonna be the top tight end again this year, man.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce.
That's that's difficult for me, but it's really not as difficult. But actually, for yards, I think I'm gonna go with Greg Olsen.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna take Greg Olsen.
The number one receiver.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Greg Olsen for yards because, like you said, I think he's definitely the number one receiver. With Kelvin Benjamin trying to play left tackle now because he's 270 pounds now in Carolina. I think you're gonna see a lot of underneath with McCaffrey and Curtis Samuel, and I think that Olsen's really gonna be the guy there, man, at tight end. I think he's gonna lead. I think he's gonna lead the tight ends in yards, man. But touchdowns, I'm gonna go with Gronkowski. I think Gronkowski is gonna definitely kill it because you got Cooks. He got a lot of short guys over there, little guys in New England. Even though Tom, of course, will hit those guys, they do the quick outs and everything else, and it's like automatic. Or they'll set pick plays because they're like the masters of it, right? But I think Gronkowski, man, is gonna be on a tear, man, and I almost really actually picked him for yards too because I think that it's gonna be between him and Adrian Peterson. That's gonna be crazy for comeback player of the year. Yeah, that's gonna be dope to see because they both definitely gonna battle it out. But yeah, I definitely got Gronk for touchdowns for tight end.
For touchdowns, man, I got Tyler Eifert.
Okay.
I think he red zone beast, and
good. That's a good choice.
Yeah, I think Dalton gonna look for him in the red zone, and he got a nose for the end zone anyway over his career since he been in the league. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Eifert, man.
Sack leader,
JJ.
JJ.
Yeah, I just think he coming back with a vengeance, man. I just think he might get over 20 this year. I think he that focused.
Yeah, I'm about to say which isn't unlikely.
Yeah, I mean that's what he does on a regular. So, but and they move him around all different spots, so you can't really key in on him from down to down. But I'm going with JJ, man.
I gotta stick with my guy, man, Vic Beasley. Yeah, I got Beasley. But it could easily be JJ, y'all. So listen, I'm saying Beasley because I'm going on a limb there. I think he's going to turn it up even higher.
Right.
But it definitely could be JJ easily, man.
Yeah.
But all right, so yeah, that's the sack leader. Who leads the league in tackles?
Tackles? Oh, Luke. Yeah, I think Luke. He just gonna be he gonna be around the ball every play.
Okay.
Luke. Yeah.
Coverage wise, Wagner was last year. You think?
I think Luke going take that
take it back.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
Luke. Yeah.
I can see that. Luke. Yeah, I like Luke.
Even though tackles, man, it's like. It's kind of you don't really know for
right. The team got their own official stat.
He had 300 tackles last year. And
yeah,
come on.
True that.
But yeah, I think Luke solo tackles. I think is going to be Luke.
I'm actually going to go totally different direction. He was in my top 5 linebackers when we discussed him. I'm going Quan Alexander.
Okay,
Tampa Bay.
I
I think Quan Alexander will take the leap this year. Again, he played very good last year.
Oh, yeah.
But I think he's going to be. The NFL tackle leader this year. Dude's a tackling machine. He's a young beast, man.
He is.
But I got Quan Alexander, man, for leading the league in tackles this year. I do definitely think Luke is going to bounce back like crazy though, because I had him even in my MVP race. But I think Luke's going to put up nice tackles. But he definitely interception guy too. So he's just going to be all over the place, man. For Carolina. But yeah, so I got him for tackles. All right, so. Interception leaders. Clearly, you're going to say Marcus
Peters.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I just think he's going to at least 7-8 picks. I think he's going to get this year, man.
This year.
7 to 8, I think. I think that'll be enough for the league. Possibly 9. But yeah, man. I just think he's a rising star, man. Yeah, Marcus Peters, about 8 or 9.
That's good. That's good. I think I agree with you. But I'm also say this though. I think a close second is going to be Richard Sherman.
Yeah,
I think Sherman's going to bounce back. Not that he really was off last year,
right?
But some people try to doubt him. But I definitely think that Sherman's going to turn it up because he's a guy that's really like out there, like Like they said, he practiced hard. He also hears the media, and I think that he can't wait to talk trash back to them. Yep. So he gonna bet on himself. You know what I'm saying? And really gonna command crazy money when he probably walks his way out of Seattle this year.
Right.
So I got Sherman, man. I got Sherman for making it close though. So
another guy I got Casey Hayward too, man.
Casey Hayward.
Yeah, he around the ball a lot as well, man.
No doubt.
But yeah,
Casey
Marcus
Hayward.
Peters, I think, going to take the title for that.
Safeties out of interceptions. Who you think? Which safeties you think going?
I think playing safety. I think Malcolm Jenkins is going to do it this year. Playing more. I think he's going to play more of the safety role. He gets his hands on a lot of balls, man, but he never caught them. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to hone in and finally catch them picks that he should have been catching the past 2-3 years. Because he's in on a lot of plays, man,
really?
But he never – I think this is the year he finally capitalized on fully focusing on that safety role. I think he's going to be a full-time safety this year. I think he's going to take that, man. Probably about 5 or 6 maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Homer Jeff came out real quick.
No, I'm telling you, man.
I mean, I like Jenk. I got him up there, man. I had him up there as second best.
I think he's going to reel him in. I think he's going to actually catch him this year. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to actually bring him in because he's known for being in position and he didn't drop more. He probably got the lead league and dropped interceptions over the last 3-4 years, man. Because he's always every week he's on a play, but he can never. You know what I mean? But I think this year is the year he does it.
I think Eric Berry will lead in interceptions, but I still try to tell you right now, Malik Hooker is going to be the biggest challenger to that, man. I really think that this kid, man, again, rookie and all, you watch him in Ohio State, his ability, man, to track the ball down. One thing you can't teach is ball skills. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't teach that. Like, that awareness and being able to close in and literally creating turnovers. Like, Ed Reed did it in Miami, and it was just like, he came to the league, doing the same thing. It's like guys can be there, guys can cover, but as far as getting their head turned around, as far as closing in on that play, reading those quarterbacks, diagnosing what's going on and actually capitalizing off of it, I just think, and I also like what Indy was doing with the defense anyway. So I think that he goes there, man. And again, I think he's going to challenge. I really think he's going to challenge Eric Berry, for the interception lead. But I got Eric Berry there. I definitely think we're going. I think we're going to see it that way, man.
I mean, that's his strength, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the greatest tackler, but him in center field, like, that range is crazy. Like, the range is ridiculous he possesses. So you could definitely make a case for that. You know what I'm saying? So, and the defenses, they kind of beefed them up front. So it's not going to be a cakewalk how the Indianapolis defense used to be. So
yeah, and not to mention, he got the rookie quarterback in Houston. He got Blake Bortles, who throw that ball away.
Anyway, he
so
might get three
he might three in one game.
He might get three in that game.
I was thinking the same thing, though, man. So he might get three. He might get three alone in one game just off of Blake, man. Blake Bortles will help you make your case, man. You play Blake Bortles, man.
Yeah,
so
true.
I definitely think that I definitely think we can see that happen, man. Just how much time we got?
We around like.
All right. We got a few minutes. All right, so check this out, though. I'll give you this take. I think also, I want to go on a limb. I think my boy, Pat Mahomes, I think he may replace Alex Smith by midseason.
Oh, yeah, because I think they see they got that weapon in Tyreek Hill, and Alex Smith really can't utilize him how Andy Reid would want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, Andy Reid always like the big, strong-arm quarterbacks, so... I think that was the reason they went with Mahomes in this draft, because they see they got the weapon in Tyreek Hill, and they want to utilize that speed downfield. And Mahomes he got a cannon, man. So I can see that definitely happening. And Alex Smith already said he see the writing on the wall. So how would he respond to that pressure? You know what I'm saying? Because remember when Cap took his job, he was all bent out of shape.
Got sensitive, man.
You know what I mean? So you never know. It can. You know what I'm saying? If the law maybe he not playing well, or if they not the team success, not going well, and they may try to make a switch early in the season. You never know.
And they invested high.
Oh yeah, I mean you trade up for that. I mean your quarterback, he eventually going to play this year, I believe.
No doubt.
Ain't like he was a second or third round pick.
No doubt.
They moved up and gave up some real capital.
And not to mention, I think Andy Reid's going to run a very friendly system for him.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
He's one of the best quarterback coaches we've seen, in this era. Like he really,
he's going to run a system very friendly for him anyway, and they got a defense to back him up.
Yep.
So I definitely think that he's going to come into the thick of things and actually play things out, man. how you see Denver quarterback situation playing out?
I think they're gonna give it to Lynch, man, because that's who they want to be the guy. So, and I don't see Simeon really making a big gap. So if it's close like that, you always go with the guy you really prefer anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I was fond of his arm talent coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, like, you know what I mean? Like
everything else.
Yeah, I'm gonna say everything else. And that's the crazy thing about it, you know, like, you know, and not to really press the issue too much because I ain't got too much time to really explain it. But when we really see a lot more African American quarterbacks coming out, they oftentimes try to go ahead and relate it to, like, oh, well, he didn't really play in a real pro system. Mm-hmm. And that's what they try to run with because oftentimes, you know, you see African American quarterbacks running around. Right. You see them run, you see them move, stuff like that. They did it with Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but this guy literally didn't play in an NFL system.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Paxton Lynch.
They call it grip it and rip it.
Right. So, you know, like, he literally was just slinging it, moving around, running, slinging it, and just winging it every time.
Don't know how to read defenses either. So.
Right. So, those are the things, man, that I'm most fearful of. And it's like he already has weapons. Mm-hmm. So, it's like people say, yo, that got this person, that person. Notice the excuses people make. And it's just like, well, Lynch, you know, had opportunities and didn't go out there and set the world on fire. Mm-hmm. And you got Demaryius Thomas, you know.
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, Emmanuel Sanders, you know what I mean? So it's just like, and you got that defense, you know. So I think that, I don't know, man. It's definitely, I think that this is going to be a big year for Paxton Lynch because I think that Denver might start him by default just to see what they got in him. Because if he just shows he's not the guy, they're going to have to consider, you know, looking at quarterback position next year.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Or might even try to still call Romo up and see if he still might consider, you know, throwing the cape on and coming out there.
Yeah, he'll get hurt in the first series, but, yeah, they could try. That's all he do, man. Last 3 games, man, boy, he fragile, man. He hang it up, man.
Yeah,
hang it up.
I mean, he definitely.
If you ain't want to go to Houston, you know what I'm saying, or whatever that situation.
He's doing the right thing, man. Taking that check, man, and just chilling, man.
Because he ain't gonna make it through no season.
It's about your children, your wife, everything else, man. Still a young man, 37, 37 years old, man. He can enjoy his life, man. So, Romo, keep doing what you're doing, man. Chill out, you know. But I'm definitely anxious to see, you know, how that plays out. Also, the Jets quarterback position, man.
Oh, man, I don't even know.
I'm about to say, me and you both last year kind of liked Hackenberg. Was like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, sometimes with them kind of quarterbacks, you just got to be with the right coach.
And I was getting ready to say that.
Well, Bill O'Brien had him looking like he was, you know, surefire top 5 pick. Then the boy Franklin comes in. He just looked like a total different quarterback. Like he lost all his confidence in himself.
Didn't really develop him, man.
Just, you know, translated.
And then I don't think he went to a good situation with the Jets.
So
yeah, it's like he go there. It's chaos. There's a bunch of nonsense going on.
That's
they don't
what people
along.
fail to realize with these players sometimes. It's not more so them. It's just the situations around them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, these are humans as well. So, like, you probably get down on yourself and get depressed and all that. Like, everybody saying I'm stink. I'm in New York. I'm on the New York Post. They call me a bum. Like, I mean, who really gonna feel good about themselves doing that?
And that's the nice. That's something nice if they call you a
bum.
Right.
New York Post is known for.
Man, they will butcher you.
Right.
They will butcher you.
So like people tend to forget that part. Like you can't just be, oh, he a bum. But
man, did you see it on Twitter with the writer from the New York Daily News? I think it was who the first tweet was like Hackenberg hits a New York Post employee.
Yeah, I seen that video, man.
So, but check it. The Daily News writer comes after that and tweets, "Yeah, Hackenberg's having a good day throwing the ball because he hit a post writer." Yeah. So, but yeah, man, I think I'm anxious to see that, man. And I don't think Geno actually got a fair enough shake because I don't think they did a good job with him. I think he was
my
a
man
guy
broke his jaw.
Yeah.
So
Geno got to get kicked out of the league for that, man. He can't let nobody break his jaw, man. But yeah, I think that it's going to be interesting to see those situations pan out.
I think they're just looking forward to the next year's quarterback class. You know, I think that's what they're looking for their guy because they getting rid of vets left and right guys.
Yeah, but they better not do my guy Ty Bowles dirty, man.
Yeah, I hope he clean his job.
You clean the house. Don't blame nothing on Ty Bowles
because he's gonna have the defense ready. He's gonna have the defense playing. They're gonna be losing, 17 to 10 and 17 to 6.
That's if they don't get gassed, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's if they don't wear down.
True.
You know what I mean? Because, quarterbacks keep getting 3 and outs, man. Your defense going to be done by halftime.
Right.
You know? But, yeah, man. So, listen, y'all heard our picks, man. I know we got to roll shortly, man. But Listen,
let us know what you think. You know
yeah,
what
let us
you
know what y'all think, man.
Like always. You
listen, man, stop tweeting us about basketball, man, because we, at this point in life, man, we don't give a damn about Jordan or LeBron James right now, y'all.
Yeah, I really don't.
You know, it's football time, man. That stuff is dead and done with now. The NBA's a bad product.
Wait till Embiid and Simmons start playing, then maybe I'll care about basketball again, man. But you know
listen, man, wait till them super teams die, man. Then let's talk about basketball again, because it's crap right now. But anyway, man, football is king. Football is 24/7, 365. Let's discuss this stuff, y'all. Follow up, man. Give us feedback.
Let us know what you think, what you disagree with, what you agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Because we open to talk, y'all. Y'all know we going to fire back. We going to defend. We going to stand on what we say. We're not shock value guys. We're not here just to say things to get your attention.
Right.
But seriously, we want to discuss it and talk it with y'all, man. So please check us out. Follow Jeff.
Billy Freck 215, man.
Me, Pastor Carl Day, man. You know what I'm saying? You can catch some Jesus in my tweets. You catch some, some comedy there, too. And you'll definitely see a lot of sports stuff, man, especially, Cowboys facts getting dropped. But seriously, y'all, check us out, man. Thank you all for who's supporting us, checking us out, man. Shout out to our boy Don Ray, man, out there, man, in Canada. Gotta shout our boy out. He's part of the team. Yeah, he's definitely part of the team, man, with the graphics and everything else,
Dope
man.
Graphics,
yeah,
too.
man, definitely, man. So we appreciate you, brother, man. We got much love for you.
Shout out to Canada, man.
Yeah, shout out to Canada, man. Seriously, man. And shout out to other people in other countries checking us out, y'all.
Everybody all over.
We coming back with more fire, man, in 2 weeks. And as the season start, y'all, we every single week with it. Every single week with it, y'all. Actually, we might even get it going in training camp, man. Not training camp, preseason.
You know what I mean? There'll be games to be played.
There you go,
more
man.
to talk about.
We'll be back at y'all, man. Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. We're going to turn it up. So listen, help us, man, by liking, sharing, subscribing,
doing retweeting, texting, send it to your cousins, everybody. Send it to everybody, man. Let them listen, man.
Right, yo, that don't cost y'all nothing, man. Seriously,
rap.
But a simple tweet, y'all.
Rap.
Show us love, man, because we love y'all, man. All right, y'all. Peace, man. Episode 5, man.